Hi, and welcome to Mark and Rush's podcast. And as you might guess, I'm Mark. Today we'll address my pet peeve part 4 titled, An Apple is Not Useful for You. For those of you that don't know the meaning of pet peeve, go back and watch Blini Are Not Pancakes. Today I'm going to talk again about the problems encountered when trying to directly translate from Russian to English, and how the mental image formed by your native English listeners is much different than what you intended to convey. Quite often, a native English speaker will find themselves in a situation where a Russian speaker of English offers them something healthy to eat, especially if they know that you have been recently ill, or perhaps the Russian just returned from their garden with some nice fresh fruit or vegetables. It is often the way that the offer is made which seems a bit strange to the native English speaker, as they are told that the food is useful for them. Well, with that statement, I'm trying to think of some ways in which an apple might be useful for me, and I only come up with the images shown here. Even in these images, I don't think that the apple was so useful for the guy on the right. Since we failed to think of a use for the apple, our Russian friend will now test us with a banana. Again, they've told us that the banana is useful for us. The native speaker is thinking that this must be some sort of a test and that they aren't doing too well with this test. I have heard that the old banana up the tailpipe trick will prevent a car from working. So again, I guess that I have found a use for a banana. But I still wouldn't describe the apple or even the banana as truly being useful. Sure, I found a couple of uses, but it wasn't that easy. What about carrots? No, I'm not even going to go there. I give up. Well, I think that you are getting the picture here. The main problem here, which is causing this misunderstanding, is the use of the adjective polezny. This adjective can be translated in several ways into English, but quite often the Russian speakers of English like to fall back on the translation of useful. There are plenty of situations where useful would be the best choice, such as this example of a hammer in the process of building a house. Or this example of a key in a door. Stay tuned for our conclusion. I'll explain a much better choice to use in the early examples rather than useful. Useful can be a good word of choice in English. I can even say that useful can often be a useful word for describing things, but not when we are talking about the health benefits of food, fruit, or vegetables. In these situations, I would suggest that you use the adjective healthy or the phrase good for you. The word wholesome would also be correct, but it sounds a bit formal, like something you would use in an ad for TV or in a magazine. And now for the new vocabulary. I really didn't have any words in today's podcast that I thought would be new for you, but I did have a couple of phrases. As shown on this slide, the first phrase means that you don't want to talk about something. For example, someone says to you, "I heard that you got fired from your job." You might say, "Let's not go there," which simply means you don't wish to speak about a subject. To get the picture means to understand something. To get the big picture means to fully understand a much larger situation. This can be used in the negative also, such as, "I don't think that you get the big picture," which means that you don't fully understand the full impact or implications. Well, thanks again for watching until the end of our video. I appreciate it, and I hope that somehow it helped you, maybe clarified a situation you were unclear about. And I hope to make many more videos to help you out in the same manner. So, until I make my next video, I say Goodbye.